good morning and welcome to today's ride. Today we're off to the Buckingham Railway Centre. Yeah, another one of my favourite haunts. And on the way I hope to talk a little bit about how to report a close pass, what you should do and how you should go about it and stuff like that. Anyway, come along, it should be interesting. The weather seems to have finally broken. We've had weeks of grey, misty, horrible sort of weather, and now the sun's out. It's lovely. Only problem is at this time of year is the sun's also low, which makes it very hard to get good camera shots without the sun causing lots of flare in the lens. The other problem is I think I've overdressed. I'm quite warm. I'm going to stop up here and remove a layer, I think. Whew. Look at this bloody mess. It's terrible. Council seem to think they're being really clever by making it a little bit more difficult for commercial people to dump their rubbish at the local dumps. So what happens? This. Ridiculous. What a mess. The poor old farmer's left with a bill to clear it up. As if farmers haven't got enough trouble lately with the recent budget and stuff. Oh, here we are again, struggling up another hill. Slightly bigger this one, just over 100 foot up into Nash. Well, made it to the top. That was fun. Even more fun with the drone. Trying to get some drone shots from the way up that hill there. And the landing didn't go quite as I had planned. And we stuffed it into a bush. Whoops. Luckily, no damage done. Although my drone app is saying I shouldn't be flying, it's too windy. And the wind has got up a lot since this morning. Right, shall we talk about today's subject? Close passes, what to do about them, what they are, how to report them, stuff like that. Over the years, I've had quite a few cars come incredibly close, intimidatingly close, scarily close, one could say. And in a recent update to the British Highway Code, they've added some rules in there about passing close to cyclists and horse riders. The government changed the legislation to say that at under 30 mile an hour, a car needs to pass a cyclist at least 1.5 metres, sort of thing, and over 30 mile an hour, it should be more than 1.5 metres. But it seems some motorists didn't get the memo. And here's an example, or a few examples, of what I've captured over the last few years. Yeah, some of them are quite disturbing, aren't they? God knows why people want to do that. They don't realise how close they're coming to the cyclist, or they don't care. I know there's a lot of hate in this country towards cyclists, but contrary to popular belief, even though we do wear lycra, we are human beings and we'd like to stay alive. So, what do you do? How do you capture these close passes? Well, on my bike, I've got a Drift Ghost XL camera fitted to the back of the bike, and the battery on that is good enough to last all day. So I just turn that on at the beginning of the day, get to the end of the day. If anyone's close past me, I'll download it and then send it off to the appropriate places. I've also got on the back of my bike a Garmin Area radar, not one with a camera, just the radar with a light, and that lets me know when there's an approaching car from at least 200 metres, which is amazing how it works for something so small. That's what I use to make me aware of what's behind me. I've also got a mirror. I've had a mirror for over 30 years on my bikes. Pretty sure they've saved me life a few times. So that's what I've got to try keep me safe and see what's going on and capture the bad guys as such. And what do you do about reporting it? Yes, to report the close pass, what you do is you take the clip you've got a video, and it has to be a video, take a minute before and a minute after the alleged offence, save that video, and from the video get the car's registration, type, colour, stuff like that, all the information you can. Quite often from the videos you can take a still from the video and save that. Once you have all that together, there's a website that Nextbase run. I'll leave a link below so you can find that. Really good website. Find the website for Nextbase. The roadworks back there got in the way of what I was saying. Can anybody remember where we got to? Oh yes, reporting using the Nextbase website. Once you've clicked on the relevant parts, I take you to a map and you sort of find where the event was, the alleged offence. Click on that, and as I say, it takes you through to the relevant police force of the area that the offence took place. From there, you have to submit your video, write your evidence, say what happened, how it made you feel, and it's good to tell them how it made you feel, because that all goes down in consideration. Then you send that all off, and hopefully something will happen. Most of the time, something does. Thames Valley Police go round and have a chat with people. Well, that's what happened when I've reported them. Northampton Police, very difficult to submit a video, limited file size, so you have to shrink the video down. But they took action, prosecuted the guy that close past us at Willen. Yeah, the guy was a complete nutter. Gosh, this road's busy. Makes talking to you guys really difficult. Keep forgetting where I am. So, when I get somewhere quiet, I'll give a quick recap on what I said. I was hoping this lane would be a bit quieter, but it seems to be just as full of traffic as the other lane. And now I've got some traffic lights. Good number plate. Right, let's try and recap, shall we? Close passes, where a car is less than 1.5 metres away from you. You need a rear-facing camera or a front-facing camera, or both. I find rear-facing cameras sufficient to catch the evidence. One with a good battery life, such as the Drift Ghost XL that I have. That's also backed up with the Garmin radar. Superb piece of kit, that. And a little piece of software that someone's managed to write, some app for the radar, which is really useful for getting information. I'll tell you more about that in a little while. So now you have your video clip. Find the website, link below to the Nextbase reporting on that website. Find the page where you can mark where the incident took place. They will then take you through to the relevant police force. And on there, you submit your evidence, you write your little report of what happened. Don't forget to say how scary it was. Send it off and keep your fingers crossed. And that's about it, really. I mentioned earlier a Garmin Connect app that you can use with the Garmin radar. You connect up to this guy's app, put it on your head unit, and when you get home you can go on the internet on his site and download lots of information from the radar. This information is how many cars have passed you, their speed of approach, 2 different speeds of approach, their actual speed of approach, and their difference of speed between you and the car. Don't know why you need that one. So you know how fast the car was coming at your backside. There's a little dot appears on a map showing you where the car overtook you closely. It also tells you how close that car was to you, roughly. So it gives you several bits of information. As I say, I'll leave a link in the description below and you can have a look at that. That's a really useful piece of information. And there endeth today's chat. I'll just enjoy the rest of the ride now. Well, poodling along here, thinking changing those front wheel bearings has made a big difference to my bike. When I suddenly think, hang on a minute, I've got a strong tailwind. Great, now it's going to be fun riding home into a strong headwind. Oh dear, hey ho. There's that wonderful bench built around that old tree. Don't know how long that tree's going to last. Not much longer, I suppose. How do you pronounce that? Bottle off? Oh no. Nice bit of downhill. We've arrived just in time because I'm quite hungry. Morning. Have a bacon bap and a latte, please.
Yeah, of course. I'll bring it over for you.
Lovely, thank you. Well, we've arrived, and the bacon bap's arrived, along with the coffee. So, now to enjoy myself. I'll catch you in a minute. Well, seem to have the place to myself today. I can highly recommend a visit to the Buckingham Railway Centre, a wonderful steam museum near Quainton, Buckinghamshire. The cafe is open most weekdays from 9:30 to 2 p.m. Well worth a visit. The main building you see here used to be the Rawley Road Station in Oxford. It was dismantled in 1999 and re-erected here on site 2002. The museum runs several steam weekends throughout the year where you can see amazing restored steam engines puffing about. During the week you can still have a good look around at some of the stuff out in the yard. All in all, a well recommended place to visit. Well, that was an enjoyable stop there. I've always enjoyed going to the Buckingham Railway Centre. Lovely building, very interesting. All that history. Not that I'm a history buff or anything, but I do find that interesting. And the bacon butties were lovely. Right, heading home now into a strong headwind. And it's got even stronger than when I was coming out. Lovely. Well, what a change. This is the old Roman road behind Quainton. It used to be full of potholes and more holes, and I think there's more holes than there was road. Well, they've just recently resurfaced it and it's lovely. It'd be even better if the farmer hadn't been along and smashed the hedge to pieces and left most of it in the road. What a difference. Really nice. Almost a pleasure to go uphill. They really make a mess when they cut the hedges. I understand why they do it, but I wish they'd clear up after themselves. And on that cheery note, I think I'll end today's vlog. Thank you very much for coming along, enjoying the ride, I hope. And if you did enjoy the ride, give us a thumbs up. And if you're not already, subscribe, because it all helps my channel grow. Yeah, I hope the information's useful for you. The more of us with cameras and more of us reporting people for close passes, maybe the motorists will get the hint and stop trying to wipe us out. Anyway, till the next one. Goodbye.